Good afternoon everyone. So for this third day of engineering fair, all of you, I hope that you are enjoying it. You had a good chance to interact with each other, see what others have done, and this is a platform where you learn quite a lot if you are open to that approach. So as a part of this event, we have organized a very special display today. This is a 3D collaborative display which is being indigenously developed by the Department of Product Design, and Professor Pradipta Biswas from the Department of Design and Manufacturing from Indian Institute of Science is with us today to explain as to how this collaborative 3D display works, and you will have a chance to understand as to what makes it very unique. Okay, and this gives us more insight as to how can we make spaces like museums more interactive, more collaborative, more like teamwork can happen. So this is one of the interactive. We feel that in future we will integrate this in the form of exhibit. So I invite Professor Pradipta to please come over and explain.
So here we can see this 3D interactive display. So for example, we all heard about augmented reality, virtual reality, extended reality, many different types of mixed reality, etc. And popularly, you will see that wherever we talk about this, some sort of different reality, we have a picture that someone is wearing a headset and looking up. Now that has two major problems. One is that only a single person can view whatever is the 3D content, which may make sense for gaming application or some specific single person simulation examples. But when we, in the real life, many things we do together. So where is a 3D display where we see things together? Your PVR cinema, you can go to any 3D movie, 4D movie, etc. That you can see a 3D movie by putting on a Polaroid glass, and then the seat moves and we enjoy that experience. Problem, one way, that you can only see what is provided to you. You cannot interact with the system. So here we propose a very frugal solution. The whole system does not cost more than 1 lakh Indian rupees, even less than that, and it's highly configurable. So this is may not be a full 3D display. It is not a holographic display. It is a collaborative display which tries to solve two main problems in existing extended reality space. One is the interaction problem. That means multiple persons can interact with together. So here we are just showing a case study with a small robotic dog. Second, multiple person can see different view of 3D content. So for example, say now you are standing in front of me, you are seeing my frontal side. The person who is standing on the left side, he is seeing a different view of me, and as well the person on the back on the right side. Can you bring this reality where multiple persons can interact with 3D content synchronously, and it will give you a more naturalistic feeling that you are wearing a headset or you are sitting somewhere and you cannot move your head, or using only one person can see a 3D content. So multiple person can see a 3D content, multiple person together can interact with the system. And with this brief description, I will invite my students. So this is originally conceived by Himanshu and later on Bhavesh and both of them contributed to development of the system. So the display contains 4 non-intercepting projectors, and you can change the projector's light or the brightness level like the Lumix setting to get a bigger display, more brighter display, etc. Hugely configurable. And I will invite our students to demonstrate capability of the display. So what you can see, multiple persons are interacting with the 3D content. Of course, from this angle you can see maybe 2 views, maybe here you can see another view. And I welcome all of you to have a try or have a go in the system. And this is of course not everything we can do, but this is a way forward where we can make frugal, innovative systems in an attempt to solve some well-known problem in the 3D or extended reality design. So yeah, please.
So it's a computer vision problem because of like lot of people I'm seeing. So the basic objective of this one, like you have a
Mic.
so the basic objective is you have a virtual environment and multiple persons can interact and they can have a multiple modality of the controlling the system, maybe the mouse as well as your keyboard or voice and as well as your gesture and all modality will come into picture and they will like assign to one of the faces of the display and they can do some interaction on top of it. So this is like a collaborative like part and just now we have showed this is one assembly line and the robotic systems are doing one task and they have a like particular task to like okay now robot will grip one object and do from other side of the users can do some object pickup and robot will now do some the drop in the second basket. So this is like one small complete task. So like that, like this kind of display can also serve in future for some different particular tasks and also the simulation or maybe some visualization tools as well. So now I will ask Professor to add some points.
So, anyone has any question you want to ask?
Any questions? So will tell us this variation of the becomes some of the time and they can interact with it. So this the interaction.
Yeah, so what you can of course you can make different components now as there is very connecting to many hands. So you can also see some feedback here. I can see that it is tracking in my hand. Let's see. So you can also see how much now it lost tracking, now it is tracking. You can see some visual feedback here also. And still now it is tracking like this. Okay.
And at the same time in the virtual environment, the robots also moving. So they're following the path, like however you want to move from one place to another place.
And the interesting thing is like that recently you saw a lot of controversy about robots, where the robot came from. But this whole technology, it is something we call platform or device independent. You change the robot, you bring your favorite robot from any country, you make your own robot, connect it, it will respond similarly. So that should be, when you were also, I just saw many of you are trying to develop robots from very basic DIY kit. Don't worry that if it is not looking very cool like a finished product, but that is the right approach you are taking. Make it from scratch. Then you will understand what does not work. If you go to YouTube, it will look like a solved problem in the world. Everything is perfect. That is not. And that's how you develop, and that's how we can also limit our dependencies on other countries, that we can become self-reliant. So anyone wants to have a go, you can go, and the feedback here is that you will see a small marker on your hand when it starts tracking. So now I am not seeing that.
Yeah, you please
So
hold your
once
hands.
now it is visible.
Please hold your hands like this.
And then the ideal situation is that one person say, and there is also a virtual robot inside, so we can remove the physical robot. We just added the physical robot to give it more visual appeal, that you understand what is going on. But you can see also a virtual robot is there, that you are doing something and simultaneously another person can also work together. I mean exactly as we do in a real industrial situation, that you cannot walk inside those. And then what can be fused that this thing can be connected to a digital twin. So whatever you are doing here can be replicated in a physical reality. Like the small robot we are doing here, it can be a large-scale industrial robot, and that you can remotely control from this display, as you can do other objects. So that will be something like a futuristic development direction. So I think, yeah, that's it. Anyone want to have a go? Go. Don't stress the robot too much.